Welcome to Secure Management Faculties, where your mind is key before you unlock what is seen. Secure Agent Dreyfuse. Subscribe, hit the like button, thumbs up, and or hit the notification bell. Welcome to the podcast playlist. Today we'll be going over a word that we've all encountered, that we've known about quite frequently, and that word would be self-righteous. Self-righteous is something that easily get lost into. Being self-righteous is something that is easily justified under the terms in which we feel or a person feels that they are correct. Now, self-righteous nature has its intent and its bowels of existence in the act of having the intent of doing right. But that doesn't necessarily always line up. So, as this playlist always presents, or will continue to present, is an example of such self-righteousness at play. Once the self-righteousness is displayed, we will continue to analyze and also go over methods to execute proper development. Self-defense doesn't just start from the outside of you, from a physical event, for a physical event. It starts from the inside of you, from the internal event. So let's listen to it.
I'll reach your ass, nigga. Get out the train, nigga. Come back to my child, nigga. I'll fuck you up, nigga. I'll play, nigga, but not like my child, nigga. Get the fuck out. Bye.
Okay. Now, what do we have at display? We have a person that is dominating the perspective of what they deem to be right. And when you dominate a perspective of what you deem to be right, you can quickly lose sight of what may be right. Operating in truth of the situational context of the self-defense situation is primarily the main focus you need to be in when acting in self-defense. Don't just allow the event itself to trigger you into a self-righteous self-defense, but be triggered to be aware of the truth within self-defense. Usually, we can observe a person in a situation when certain triggers happen. They've been waiting for this trigger to happen. They've probably been training for this trigger to happen. I wish the person this trigger would happen in that context of expression. And they have the means, they have the ability, and they have the event. And so they eagerly go for that protection, alternative expression. But in examples I've set consistently in previous videos, you'll also find that when you push yourself past a certain limitation, or push yourself past a certain expression threshold within the self-defense situation, you'll find yourself making critical mistakes. So you may be in a firefight. Did the person retreat? Did you adhere to your duty to retreat? Was there space and gap between the physical fight of you and that person? And was it a point where you could have cut off the confrontation and you didn't? Did you continue to pursue? Did you continue to indulge in the fact of the self-defense situation and got kicks off of the immaculate expression of the relationship between you and your opponent? Did you create it into a rivalry of sorts unnecessarily? Speaking in terms of self-defense, you always need to understand that it's a critical business of exchange. You want to get exactly what you're looking for, and that's always to protect your life and to secure your position to continue on living life. But to have personal indulgence as a part of it is a part of the human nature, and that's why we have to adhere to not getting caught up in those mistakes. So the conclusion remains: when you have a self-defense situation, be adherent to your personal bias to have the need to want to protect, to have the need to want to involve yourself in the gunfight, in the fist fight. Those things are important. Those things are fine. In terms of using and control training apparatuses, if you will, to allow you to develop a more personal, complex understanding, but getting indulged into these things in a real scenario will completely put you in a position of overdoing things, and if not, making over excessive decisions. Secure management faculties, where your mind is key before you unlock what is seen. Secure Agent Dreyfus. Once again, this is the podcast playlist. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe. Also, I appreciate once again everything that and everyone in participation of viewing this content. If you have any ideas for the next video segment, make a comment down below. Once you do, they will be adhered to, and then more critical observations as far as the content that I would like to produce. I would suggestively look at it and then present it, and then also even put it on a subject reveal if that is opt to do so. So thank you once again, much appreciated. See you on the next upload.